Oh. What up, boys?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture program. Thursday, January 8th. And we have a pretty big one today. Ravens coach of 18 years, John Harbaugh, and the team have parted ways. I guess he's been fired. I don't know. I don't know if they said parted ways or fired, but it seems like it was the Ravens' decision for John Harbaugh to leave. We're going to talk today about potential head coaching wish list. We're going to do a little bit of a retrospective of John Harbaugh's time in Baltimore, talk about our favorite moments, and celebrate the coaching career in Baltimore, at least, of John Harbaugh, because although I know the sentiment in Baltimore has been maybe a little lackluster on him for the last few years, I think everyone's going to have fond memories in the long run of John Harbaugh and his tenure with the Ravens. So, we have that to talk about. We're going to talk about NFL Wildcard Weekend. We're going to do our picks. We're going to review our picks for the year. We have our overall records for the regular season. We did have a couple of bye weeks in there, but we have our final tallies. And spoiler alert, not good for me. We have a Jeff Zrebeck tweet highlighting all of the people that the Ravens have called for interview requests so far. A lot of internet speculation on some other candidates as well. So we'll get into all of that today. I guess let's just start with when you heard the Harbaugh news. Brian, I'll go to you first. Were you stunned? Were you not so stunned? What was your immediate reaction?
Well, you guys aren't going to like my take too much because I've already soured on this topic as is. But that being said, was I stunned? No. To answer your question directly, it was not stunned. Something that we've already talked about before in the previous, couple podcasts. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just hire Ray Lewis, right? We'll get that out of the way because now everyone's got speculation about all these fucking people we're hiring. Hell, why don't we hire what is that guy? Oz? The magician or psychic.
Oz.
Oz. Yeah, we can hire fucking him. Because all these people make so many goddamn predictions. Who gives a shit? Let the Ravens do what they fucking do all the damn time. Let them take their time. They're going to figure it out. They got to go through the Rooney Rule. They're going to make the right decision. It's a franchise you can trust to make a correct decision. And I say this so wholeheartedly, and I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks because most people can't remember 18 years ago. But when Steve Bisciotti hired John Harbaugh, he hired a special teams coordinator from the Philadelphia Eagles who no one knew who the fuck he really was other than his last name because of his brother. And what Steve Bisciotti said during that press conference, now I'm going to paraphrase, is I didn't get to the position I am in life by following the herd. I'm going to make sure I go against the grain, and he is going to go against the grain here. You're not going to see a fucking retread. So stop with the Jason Garrett bullshit. Stop with all these other coaches that you're familiar with because you listen to fucking Stephen A. Smith or Ryan Clark in his shitty suits. Something's going to happen that we don't really know yet, and let it fucking breathe. It's a fine wine. On that note, you got me hooked on 40s. I'm going again. All right.
It's a wet January.
In biscotti, we trust. I love when I get a little biscotti on a Southwest flight. Biscoff cookie.
But no, the answer is, Dusty, I wasn't surprised. I mean, look, it ran its course. It was time, and it's totally fine. And Harbaugh's going to go down in the Ring of Honor. It's a great, great thing for both the Ravens and for John Harbaugh. He's the hottest thing since pants and pockets, as we like to say on this podcast. Mm-hmm. He's going to be just fine if he wants to take a year off. If he wants to go right back in and become the Dolphins head coach. And don't even fucking tell me the Giants. Don't tell me the Giants. And the reason I say don't tell me the Giants is, what fucking coach wants to go into a situation where the GM is basically on a one-year contract, Joe Shane, who shouldn't even have a job right now? Why the hell would he go to the Giants? What if Joe Shane gets fired to bring in a new GM? They're like, we don't really like Harbaugh. I want my own guy.
I
There
mean,
you go.
look, if you get the pick of the litter, it's not a murderer's row of teams that have
No.
fired coaches here. All of these teams stink. The best one is probably the Falcons. I mean,
The Falcons.
I don't know. And oh, by the way, there's a team down I-95 that hasn't fired their coach yet that might be interested in John Harbaugh as well. He might not have to move very far.
I did like when Shefty put out that within 45 minutes, John Harbaugh had 7 teams reach out, and there were 7 openings. But one of those 7 openings was the Ravens. So the Ravens didn't reach out to John Harbaugh to rehire him. So every team already had a coach.
Well, they did say there was a couple actually that reached out that already had coaches that were, I mean, including Miami apparently was the rumor. Now that McDaniel's fired today that we know, but I guess when they reached out, I mean, obviously he wasn't fired yet. So
yeah, I would imagine there's probably some other coaches in the league or teams in the league that are kind of mulling their future as well. There are some weird Matt LaFleur rumors in Green Bay, which I don't get at all. That guy's been a really great coach for them, and this season's been kind of a nightmare in terms of injuries. I don't really think he's on the hot seat at all in my eyes. But anyway, it's pretty crazy. The Bucs have also just fired their offensive coordinator and QB coach. So that was a new OC this year after Liam Cohen went to Jacksonville. So they have another one to go. Harbaugh's daughter is a student at USF in Tampa. Yeah, but he's not going to Tampa. They've already said that they're bringing back Todd Bowles, right? They came out and said that. But I guess they could go back on that statement if they want.
I think he's going to coach the Caps. You know, all these rumors. I hate hearing John Harbaugh's name right now. It's actually annoying at this point because all people can talk about. God, I can't wait for college football to start tonight, man. Something else to talk about.
Tomorrow night, right? It's not tonight.
No,
is it?
Tonight. First game's tonight.
Oh shit, you're right. It's tonight and tomorrow night. Miami and Mississippi tonight at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we got stuff to do tonight, and then we got IU Oregon tomorrow.
Yeah, you have football 5 days in a row.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I mean, we're going to talk a lot of John Harbaugh. So Brian's going to be pissed off this whole podcast because he hates apparently hearing about John Harbaugh. But we have to talk about it because we're a Ravens podcast and our coach of 18 years just got fired. So he's something we have to talk about. Yeah. Brooks, what was your immediate reaction? Were you surprised? And then we'll get into maybe we'll get into maybe a little career retrospective on John Harbaugh, maybe some highlighted moments that we remember, positive stuff that we remember before we start talking about potential hires.
Yeah, since I've been setting up my equipment here as we have been going, I don't have anything to set my microphone on yet, so I'm just going to hold it for a second.
Are you wearing pants? Hey, what's going on here?
Wouldn't you like to know? Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, I think we all talked about this. Did we was it brain surgery to see like this was going to happen? No, I think we all kind of felt it. Did we all think that it would actually happen? Probably not. I think we all thought it probably needed to happen. I wouldn't have been upset if it didn't happen. I know a lot of Ravens fans would have been if it didn't happen, and a lot of Ravens fans are celebrating right now, which I think is shitty. I mean, this guy pretty much established an entire culture for the last 2 decades here. And I know it's not just him; it's the whole organization, but he had a lot to do with it. But yeah, I mean, I was like, it's weird. Was I surprised? Yes, because I didn't think they'd actually do it. But like, was I not surprised? Also, not that surprised because I think we all thought that it probably needed to happen. Probably needed a change of a voice in there. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it. The same mistakes keep happening over and over and over again. It's not like he's the one catching the ball or anything like that. It's not really on him, but I mean, at some point you need to, like, it's got to get corrected. It can't happen 3-4 years in a row. So, and I think just with the whole letdown on top of this season, I know injuries were an issue as well, but I mean, from going from Super Bowl favorites to not making the playoffs, that's quite a big fall off. So, surprised, yes. Not surprised, not terribly, but I'm still kind of like, I don't know. It feels weird. I'm in
It
a
does feel
I feel
weird.
like I'm in a grieving stage right now. I don't even
It is sad because you know, like,
hit
you
me
can
for
say it
18
all you
years.
want. You can say it all you want.
I think we all
As a,
like John, right?
yeah, as a Ravens fan,
Yeah.
you can say it all you want that you get frustrated by him. And I think once again, we talked about it throughout the season. I think at least Brooks and I think Brian probably as well. We're on the, you know, like, I don't really know necessarily if Harbaugh is the biggest problem, and then, you know, it just the same mistakes keep happening, and you get so frustrated, and you say like, oh, I think it's just time for him to go, and then finally they actually do it. He's gone, and I'm just like, shit. I'm looking at these head coaching candidates like, I think I'd kind of rather have Harbaugh, you know. So it's you know, it's going to be that for a lot of Ravens fans. And you know, I mean, we'll see what they do. And I agree with Brian. I do trust the organization to make a good decision. I like
Same.
Bisciotti and EDC probably leading the charge here. I think they'll do a thorough job. I think they'll do a good job. Next question I want to ask before we go over the candidates individually, I guess, is: do you guys want offensive or defensive minded coach, or does it matter to you? You just want the right guy?
I want the right guy. I want a leader. That's all. I really don't care what he is. I mean, if you would have asked me, do I want a special teams guy 18 years ago, I would have told you you're fucking outside your skull.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that we got him. So I just want the appropriate person.
Same. And to Brian's point and your point, I think the Ravens have shown over their history that they're willing to make. I mean, not willing. They're going to make the right decision, and they're willing to do their due diligence to make that decision. I do have a question though. Was it Bisciotti who hired Harbaugh, or was Modell still involved with that hire?
Bisciotti had taken over the
it was
team a couple years after the the first Super Bowl.
I
So it
thought
was
so.
definitely Steve Bisciotti and Ozzie Newsome.
Okay.
And Ozzy's still part of the organization in like a consulting role of some capacity. So.
Yeah.
I think Ozzy will be there as long as he wants to be there. Really.
Can I bring up something that no one's really talked about, and it has really nothing to do with like the firing? I'm thinking about the person. EDC and John Harbaugh are next door neighbors. I'm thinking that's got to be a little weird at this point. They share a fence. They literally share an old school, like Western style double fence made of wood, and they like talk, and like their daughters talk, and the dogs run in between their yards and stuff off like Green Spring Valley Road. So that's a little odd.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I mean, I saw EDC's wife posting some stuff on Twitter after the announcement came out, and obviously like big time sentiments, and they're obviously very close with the family, always will be. I think both parties kind of understand, right? I mean, and honestly, it doesn't sound like EDC, even if he wanted to or didn't want to, the way everything that's reading to me, and I could be wrong about this, it sounded like this was Bisciotti and Bisciotti alone, and he was ready to do it no matter what. Well, maybe not no matter what, but like throughout that process of talking throughout that day, it seemed like that's where it was all came down to what Bisciotti wanted.
Can we and look, if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but can we agree, question, this is probably the best way for Harbaugh to go out in regards to without winning a Super Bowl and retiring. I mean, it seems like a very big, even though he was fired, like a mutual party, like it ran its course, it got stale. It's over. Like it happens, and he's going to land on his feet. And everyone seems to be okay at the end of the day.
I hear you. I don't think it was mutual, though, to be honest.
No, I think Harbaugh.
I think Harbaugh understands, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was mutual.
I think he was expecting to stay. And in his statement, he said, "This is not like the farewell to Baltimore I wanted to give. I wanted to do it on my own terms, and it's not that way. But I have nothing but respect for the organization and yada yada yada. The things you say when you're fired."
I don't think it was ugly. This is not an ugly party.
But also, like, what do you guys make of the reports that that Bisciotti and Harbaugh had a sit down meeting after the season ended, and Harbaugh was pretty keen on keeping the coordinators, no major changes to the staff, and then Bisciotti said, you know, maybe that's not good enough. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's 100%, but that's a lot of the stuff that people have been talking about, the reports that are coming out.
Well,
and I sort of understand it if that's the case. Like if you're Bisciotti and you just saw this season go to shit, and you saw the defense was not great for most of the year. And you saw the offense have struggles, and Derrick Henry notably absent from the second half of some games that we ended up blowing. I would assume he probably wanted some heads to roll, and John didn't. And by reports, we don't know for sure. And if that's the case, then I think that makes this decision a little bit easier. Because I think really there needed to be some sort of changes, and Harbaugh getting outed here probably means that neither of these coordinators are very safe with their jobs next year. It could be a whole new staff.
No, the whole staff's gone.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
Who do you think feels worse, John Harbaugh or Delaware Dave? Because he's deep in the hole now. He's $10. He's $10 in the hole because I said Harbaugh's leaving, and they had another bet. He's 10. He's deep in the ditch, man. He's got some handcuffs on him, and he owes me $10.
$10 whole, man. That's gonna be burning a hole through his pocket.
Be buying a pizza. I'm going to buy a pizza.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm in a grieving stage right now because it sucks to see. I mean, I think as a man, as a person, we all love John.
Mm-hmm.
Not like we're best friends with him or anything like that, but I mean, he
been a part of our life for 20 years.
He has been, and he just kind of goes about his business the right way. So like you respect the hell out of him. So I don't know. I assume like what you said, Dusty. I saw the reports about him saying that he didn't want to get rid of anybody, and I'm sure that was probably kind of like the straw that broke the back in that meeting. And I'm sure Bisciotti was like, well, that's not going to fly. And if you're not going to do anything about it, then we got to not mutually, but we're going to have to go a different direction.
I just can't get over all these. Like, there was some shit slinger in Speakeasy last night talking about how he's going to end up as the defensive coordinator with the Chargers. I'm like, they live together in the same household their childhood. You think that's going to fucking work in a goddamn workplace environment? Hell no.
Also,
get the hell out of here.
He's a special teams guy. He's not a defensive guy.
Exactly.
I don't know. No. But Matt Patricia was a defensive coordinator and then got the OC job for the Patriots. Yeah. And that went really well.
There's so much stupid speculation. Everyone's got to be first. Everyone's got to throw out some stupid shit. It's so dumb. Let it run its course. Let it take your time.
And your point,
jobs.
And your point, Brian, with like everyone trying to predict about where John's going to go. I mean, fuck, man, go take a year off. Why don't you? You haven't had a year off in God knows how long.
I would agree with this, but his agent came out and said that he's likely to coach next year. He wants to.
I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that either. But if he wanted to go take a year off, I wouldn't blame him either. And you guys brought up the New York job, and I agree with you, Brian, with the Joe Shane stuff, because I think all of us think he's dumb as a box of rocks. It seems like. But I mean, there's some talent up there. Mm-hmm. If you actually want there in Atlanta, like you said, Dusty, I think those two places are two places where you can kind of hit the ground running a little bit and not be so stuck in the hole.
Yeah. After that, it gets ugly. Raiders, Titans, Browns, Cardinals, Dolphins.
If the Green Bay job did happen to open up, I could see that. That would make sense. You have a stable organization, and you have a quarterback under contract and in place for an extended period of time.
I would be shocked by that.
But I would be stunned if that occurred. I'd be stunned. But I could see that occurring. Other than that, it's the Falcons, and once again, you already know my feeling about the Giants because of Joe Shane, and that's the only reason, because I love the pieces they have at the three skilled positions that you need.
Yeah, and I mean their defense is. I mean they've got pass rushers. They have decent secondary when they're healthy. Like it's not terrible talent wise. No. And I could say the same thing about the Browns. Really, they're hamstrung with all the contract bullshit, obviously, but I mean. They've got some skill guys. I mean, we know what that defense is, and like there's a couple pieces there to build on if you want to. I mean, but I don't see Harbaugh going there. Obviously, I just think if I'm evaluating these three jobs,
if you're a guy who is, I mean, honestly, I remember how hot Ben Johnson was last year. I think we all do. Like that was like the name. Like everybody wanted Ben Johnson.
Him and Vrabel, yeah, they were the guys.
And you're right, and Vrabel, and we basically knew Vrabel was going to New England because of the ties. Harbaugh, I think, might be hotter or as hot as Rabel was. And at that point,
Yeah.
you get to pick what you want to do, and you do not settle for anything less. I'm not even talking monetary wise. You go into the situation that you are more comfortable with. So when you talk about the Browns, you want to go in and deal with fucking Shador Sanders? No, I don't. I mean, I love having Myles Garrett, and I love having the defensive rookie of the year this year. I forget the guy's name off the top of my head right now. But
Chase Schlesinger.
yeah, sure. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to where I
Name.
want to go, and if it's not there, then you sit and you wait, and he might not want to do that. Go to the booth for a little bit because Matt Ryan's leaving CBS and taking on some sort of like VP of operations role
Mhm.
with the Falcons. And that could
Yeah.
also lead to Harbaugh going to the Falcons because I know him and Matt Ryan do have a good rapport going all the way back to the drafts when they drafted Flacco. So because they wanted Matt Ryan, but they didn't have a high enough pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. And I mean, everything's going to tell you like when Atlanta's one of those teams that hired this one of these consulting groups, which I think is stupid.
Can we get in that
Um,
business? Can we do that business, please?
yeah, I go and I pull up the consulting firm's website. It's a bunch of guys that either have no idea about sports or they have a guy that was like he helped out with the Premier League like for soccer. There's one guy who like had a cup of coffee maybe in the NFL that I think that's who I'm thinking of. I looked up two different consulting groups, but I looked up the consulting group and I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? This just gives you a scapegoat if it doesn't work out.
I mean, you and I are probably going to paraphrase or quote McAfee,
Yeah.
Brooksy. I know we both watch it all the time. He's like, how can you not read your own fucking room? You have to go outside to find somebody, to hire somebody to go into your room, and then you can be like, well, I didn't pick them. No, they picked them.
And I
Yes.
agree with him.
Hell yeah.
Fucking stupid. I agree with you too.
Like I don't mind like getting a second opinion or whatever like that.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Like what Miami's doing with Troy Aikman coming down there to help out. I think Virginia Tech had Arians come in to help with their head
I love
coaching
that.
search. Like get input. You don't have to take it as gospel and say like, oh, this and blame it on the guy. But like once you hire a consulting firm to make the hire, then you look like an ass. I mean,
And I'm sure those consulting firms are cheap.
And I'm sure they see that NFL money and they hike their price right up. Yeah. Of the head coaching candidates that have been requested for an interview by the Ravens thus far, Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, who you might remember was the head coach of the Chicago Bears during the double doink Mitch Trubisky era. Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak. His dad has ties to the Ravens. Gary Kubiak was our offensive coordinator previously. Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator for the Broncos. Also, I think former head coach for the Broncos at some point in his life.
Correct.
yeah.
Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, who used to work for the Ravens. I think he played for the Ravens as well.
Yes, he did.
And it has a lot of ties with us as well. And then the Broncos pass game coordinator Davis Webb, and then also
And by the way,
Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores as well.
when I saw Davis Webb, I thought it was the fucking quarterback for the goddamn Houston Texans. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This dude retired and didn't tell anybody.
Davis Mills.
Whatever his name is, I don't fucking care.
Remember, there was a Vikings QB named Joe Webb back in the day when
Yes.
Favre got hurt, and they had the stadium collapsed in. They had to play at University of Minnesota that one Monday night or whatever.
I remember that vividly, and also I remember he was like the fantasy football darling because he'd be a wide receiver and a quarterback at the same time. It's like what? Rack up points.
Was he
Kendall
in Maryland?
Hinton?
No, who was the Maryland guy? Sean
Hill.
Sean Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the guy, and look, this is so far fetched. It is far fetched. If you put me in a room and you put a gun to my head and you said, who do you want to be your head coach next? I am running to Notre Dame and I'm going to Marcus Freeman and saying, tell me the number. Give me the number.
I've heard some friends text me, notably my buddy Nick, who comments on the show a lot. He was like, what do you think about Freeman? And I was like, he's not leaving Notre Dame. He was like, I bet you he takes an interview. I was like, I bet you he doesn't.
I bet he doesn't.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. But that would be the guy I want. Truly, if he, realistically, I think it's going to be a Jesse Minter or an Anthony Weaver, someone that has ties to the organization. They already know who have been in the room with some of these players. They really wish it could have been Mike McDonald, but obviously Mike McDonald was doing so many good things and might win Coach of the Year with the Seahawks. So I think those two names I just mentioned are probably realistic, the highest candidates or candidates.
I mean, I feel like every coordinator is going to want this job. This is the job of the offense.
This is the job.
We listed the
I
other
mean,
teams.
the team's ready to
it's
go.
not even close. We have a team that's ready to go. We have a potential MVP. And if we were going to have the pick of the litter, any coach, they're not going to pick another job before they pick the Ravens. Like, this is going to be the first domino to fall. I would think.
I mean, obviously, there's holes. There's always going to be holes in no matter how good a team is.
Yeah.
But like, as far as like this thing, like you could run this thing back next year. Not that I want them to. You could run it back next year and get the right coaching in there and be a Super Bowl contender again. Like that's what I mean by the team's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously, if somebody,
last year.
yeah, obviously, if somebody comes in and rips us apart for that from this year, like I understand there are holes that we need to improve on. But I'm just saying, as an opening standpoint for a coaching gig, this is about as good as you're ever going to get.
Yeah.
That's why I want Marcus Freeman so damn bad, because this is the job. Now, they're the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Tomlin decides to step down. That guy scares
right now.
me.
Give me him. That guy is terrifying.
So, what are your thoughts? I mean, to play devil's advocate here, what are your thoughts on basically any college coach has never come up and been a good head coach out of college?
Jimmy Johnson.
That's it, right? Yeah.
And Pete Carroll. And
well, it took him 2 stints to get to.
And Harbaugh. Harbaugh took him to a Super Bowl. San Francisco. So
yeah,
those are the only three. Like Spurrier was a disaster. Saban was a disaster. Like there's been
I don't think Saban wasn't a disaster. I don't think, but he wasn't good.
I don't want to succeed. I'm not saying that Cignetti is not a good coach. I don't want a 60-year-old man coaching the team.
Yeah, there's a finite amount of time.
That too. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well run it back with Harbs.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Do you guys have any thoughts on Stefanski?
I think it's worth an interview. Why not?
It's worth an interview.
Yeah.
Knows the lay of the land.
I wouldn't hate it, especially if he could get Jim Schwartz to come over with him, because our defense needs somebody who can run a defense. We don't have that.
And Schwartz has already been here too. He probably gets a head coaching interview with us as well.
And Schwartz is a Baltimore boy.
Yeah, he's already been with us. He's a Baltimore boy. He's an MIA guy.
Bill Belichick's Annapolis guy.
But there was people like bringing up Belichick's name. I've seen people bring up Saban's name. I know we're talking. These are old guys, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here with this stuff too. Like this is.
If I see another
Ed Reed, fuck right now.
If I see another Ray Lewis, Ed Reed come into
Joe Flacco, Phil Rivers, I've heard.
Hire Tucker. All right, hire Tucker to be the coach. All right, let's see what happens. We'll crowdsource that shit.
Tyler Luke.
Yeah.
All right, that's 30 minutes on Harbaugh, guys. Look, it's really sad. As Ravens fans, it's bittersweet.
End of an era.
It's bittersweet. It's sad, but it's also we're excited moving forward because there's so many options we get to talk about, so much we get to argue about, and so much unknown, which I think is kind of a good thing with this Ravens team.
If you're a Ravens fan, like happy about this and like saying fuck Harbaugh, like that's bullshit, man. Go find a different team.
Then go root for the Commanders. I mean, that's
root for the Cowboys, who would literally do anything to have John Harbaugh, what John Harbaugh did for the last 18 years, or the Browns, or the fucking Titans, or
be appreciative. I understand we didn't love how it ended or love how things it didn't go the way we hoped at the end, but I mean, the guy gave us a lot of really good years.
Hell yeah. Look, every story has an end, and this end isn't exactly how we wanted it to go, but damn it, it was a great ride. If you don't enjoy the journey, then what the hell's the point of even going along with the team for the duration of the time that you watch?
A lot of people on Twitter saying Mike McDaniel for OC. I don't know. He's going to get some offensive coordinator looks. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, we can speculate on this until the cows come home. But like Brian said earlier, at some point we just got to let the Ravens sit back and do their interviews and trust in the process, and hopefully they pick a guy that we're going to like, and hopefully they don't pick a guy with a Boston accent, because if we're going to have two of them.
And also, I mean, something that people aren't taking really into account yet is there may be some people they want to interview that are currently in the playoffs and they can't go to them yet. And I'm not speculating anything. I'm just saying there might be a coordinator or two, is it Shula that's with the Rams? Like, you can't go interview him right now because he's prepping for a fucking playoff game.
You can.
You can, but a lot of teams are now becoming more aware of not trying to screw with preparation for other teams because it's just bad form.
Are they?
Some are. Certain ones aren't. This organization does. The Ravens organization definitely does.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. But I do think they need to put something in that, like, you can't be reaching out to these guys until. But that sucks for like the coordinators, right? That fucks with their career if one of these guys, if one of these teams goes.
Don't let anybody talk to anybody prospective hiring until the day after the Super Bowl.
Is this the pro football version of the transfer portal? It really is.
It really is. It's the same thing.
And if you do what I said, that there would be so many tampering cases, then then it's crazy. I don't know. The whole system has been broken for so long, and there's just no. It doesn't seem like there's any right answer. At least nobody's come up with one.
Yeah. I mean, Laura, I'm not dancing about it. Like, I'm upset for the human being, but like, do we all like I said, we all thought this was probably the right move, right? I think we all think it's the right move. Like, but I'm in a grieving stage right now. Like, we shouldn't be like, I don't know. If he was an asshole, then maybe I would have been like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Like when Billick got let go, it was absolutely 100% time for him to go. Like, it not even remotely.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in anyone's mind it was time. So this one, it cuts deep.
Yeah. And again, I think it's time. I think we all think it's time, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have to hurt.
Yeah.
Most receiving yards allowed in coverage in 2025 per Next Gen Stats. The Ravens have the top two guys, Marlon Humphrey and Nate Wiggins, 831 and 810. And I know it's not all their fault because the D line was pretty poor, but I don't know. I think that's something we really need to fix next year. We got
the pass rush. The pass rush is the biggest.
Well, the pass rush is I think part of a big reason for that too. Like we're just not getting home at all. So these corners, they're getting thrown out on islands all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's enough Harbaugh stuff. But we have gotten through it. As far as the other jobs go, do you have any thoughts on what's the best job other than Baltimore besides Atlanta? I guess, like, is it New York? Is it Vegas? Is it the Browns? Is it Denver?
Vegas is the worst.
Miami.
Vegas without a doubt Vegas is without a doubt the worst. They have one
worst.
I don't actually. Vegas is the worst because they have one pillar in the organization that's happy, and that's Brock Bowers. Max Crosby is amazing, but he's not happy with the organization, so he's going to want to.
He's gone. He's traded this offseason, and I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
I think Cleveland's actually a decent destination. You just got to get rid of those two rookie quarterbacks. Stefanski was set up for failure with two rookie quarterbacks who were both basically backups.
Well, you also have Deshaun Watson coming back next year, so you have to take over Deshaun Watson versus Shedeur Sanders, which is the fucking jamboree of incompetency. Like, what are we doing?
Use of the word jamboree has never been used on this spot.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? Like, I think that job is terrible, and that organization is perpetually terrible. I'm going to go SAT words only. SAT words only.
Oh, man.
I don't know. It's just, it's, I don't think I'd want any of these jobs. Arizona, I mean, what are you doing with Kyler? Miami, what are you doing with Tua? Tennessee, what are you doing?
What are you doing in general?
They fired their GM, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they fired both.
Forget.
And then, I mean, Miami,
it happened so long ago, Brooks. I forget if they fired their GM.
And then the Giants is kind of there, and Jackson. They probably have the most talent other than the Falcons. I don't know. I think the Giants' job probably better than the Falcons' job.
The Giants are the Giants a great job. You just need to fix the secondary, and then you have that what we talked about already, Joe Shane hanging over your head.
Pontificate.
It's coming out later. Don't worry. I've already got a line lined up in my head to give you guys.
Have you guys watched the send off video from the Ravens yet? I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't.
No, but I saw Torrey Smith tweeted that he cried when he was watching it.
I did like reading, and I think it was Jameson Hensley that posted it. That multiple players went into Harbaugh's office to say goodbye and were crying. Now I don't know if that's part of the video, so that's awesome.
I don't think so, but I think among them was like Zay Flowers, and they named a couple names. I can't remember, or at least Shefty named a couple names, because I think Rappaport came out and said that he had lost the locker room, and then Shefty came out and said, well, then why did all these players line up and were crying, embracing him when they found out the news? So he basically said, like, that's bullshit. But I don't know. I usually trust Rappaport more than I do Schefter, but it seems like Schefter might have this one.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the college football a little bit, because we're going to talk about the NFL and the wild card weekend a little bit later. But we talked a lot about the NFL here to start, so let's go off track for a little bit, and then we'll get back to the NFL at the end. We do have University of Miami versus Ole Miss, which I thought was tomorrow, but apparently it's tonight, and I'm now excited because I don't have to watch tonight. I get to watch that whole game.
And by the way, I have a random draft for us when we get to baseball.
Yeah. Perfect. I love random drafts. The line on this game is Miami -3. This is the Fiesta Bowl, which I believe takes place in Arizona. Where is it?
Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona, right?
Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. It's always in Cardinal Stadium, whatever Cardinal Stadium is called.
Yeah, retractable turf.
Which every stadium should have if they have the room. If they have the room and space, every stadium should have this.
Or the climate.
Oh yeah, give me that too. Yeah. Very fair.
So we have Miami -3. The over-under is 52.5. We have Trinidad Chambliss, who was the star of last week's college playoff weekend, going against Carson Beck, who is, if Miami loses, probably going to be the reason Miami loses. I don't really know if you guys agree with that or not. We'll see. Brian, what are you expecting in this game? You expect high scoring? You expect Miami's defense to dominate? You expect Ole Miss to come out firing hot? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to say this about the college football playoff in totality here with the last 4 remaining teams. This is the 4 scariest fucking coaches in college football. These guys, I'd take anyone in an alley with me to fight somebody. These guys are crazy as shit. So I love it. They all got face like fists. I definitely dig this guy, Pete Golding. I think Miami wins this game. I think they win it pretty heavily. Miami looked way more physical than every team other than maybe Indiana. And I said it on the last podcast, I believe it's going to be Miami versus Indiana. So I will take Miami in this game, even though I think Ole Miss is a great team. And I love their new coach, Pete Golding.
What's the spread in this one?
3.5, I think. 3.
To Miami, I assume?
Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with that. I'm in on Miami as well. There's just too much going. Unless I don't know, are they riding
Pete Golding?
Riding all the bullshit that just happened, and sometimes like when you can galvanize your locker room against the head coach, it works.
I think
maybe this was his plan the whole time. He's like, I'm just gonna leave.
One of Pete Golding's quotes was, "I'm gonna have to explain shit to anybody." Like, all right, my man.
I love that. Love that attitude. Good.
No, this was just Kiffin's plan the whole time. It's like, all right, make it to the playoff. I'm gonna leave, piss the whole team off, and then they're gonna go win.
If Lane Kiffin never left, what's the line on this game? I think it's Ole Miss -3 or more.
I think it's the same.
You agree? I disagree with that.
That's fine.
Know. I think Ole Miss gets so much. They would get so much more credit if it wasn't for Lane Kiffin having gone.
Just seeing how physical that Miami defense was. I mean, that was a impressive fucking performance where they were hitting like Ravens Steelers hit, and I know this is an amateur level of football, but Miami, this looks so impressive. I'm taking them over Ole Miss. I don't care who the hell the coach is. Nick Saban could be coaching Ole Miss. I'm still taking Miami.
I will say this: I love Miami's coach Mario Cristobal and what he said this week with regards to the transfer portal, because Miami does have over a half dozen players in the transfer portal, and he's just like we don't need to blame the kids or finger point at the kids. We need to blame the adults. The adults created this system. We're supposed to be setting the example. It's not the kids' fault for just taking advantage of it. And I love that. He takes all the responsibility off the kids, and he should. And they should. They're fucking 18 to 20-year-old kids. They don't know what the fuck they're just trying to make some money.
And this isn't a shot of Mario Cristobal. The coaches have been doing this shit for years. Yeah. What the fuck are we talking about here? The adults have been doing this for a long time. Nothing against Mario Cristobal, because he's actually doing the right thing and saying the right stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I see Lane Kiffin, see Lincoln Riley, see any coach that is left for more money. They're doing the same fucking thing.
Les Miles used to leverage LSU. He was like, I might go to Arkansas. Here's a contract extension and more money. Like I might go here. Here's a contract extension and more money.
I might go to Auburn.
Yeah, exactly. And that is legit one of them. Like Auburn was like fishing around. Here's more money. So fuck those coaches. I love it.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with him. I mean, it's not their fault. It's really not. And especially a lot of these kids are coming from low income families. Like, go get your money. I mean, if you can go get it, But you can also
go get your bag.
They can also fuck themselves over in this too, which is kind of scary.
4,000 kids in the transfer portal is crazy. Now I know some of them are going to go right back to their schools because they have scholarships and stuff like that, and they can go back. But that's that's 1/3 of all college football players.
Well, scholarships are year to year, man. Like if they got to re-up the scholarship. So if they go into the transfer portal and then they say like, oh, maybe not. If that school doesn't have a scholarship anymore and they gave it to somebody else, they don't got shit.
I don't want to. I want to talk about another college football quarterback, but I know Dusty wants to continue with Miami and Ole Miss.
No. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Devin Williams, I believe his name is, from Washington. Did you see what he did? Has anyone read about this?
I have not.
His name is, it's not Desmond, it's Demond. He is the quarterback of Washington. He signed a new contract to go back to the University of Washington for reportedly north of $4 million in NIL. And then 4 or 5 days later, he entered the transfer portal. So he signed a contract to stay. Washington is now basically they have come out and announced they are going to take legal action against him and his team.
Good.
Not to make him play quarterback for them anymore, but to get some of the money back that he's already either received or was paid up front. I don't really know how all that works.
This is where the guardrails need to come in on these contracts, man.
Without a doubt.
There's so many contracts that mean nothing.
You can't enter the transfer portal after you signed a contract. That's it.
Nope, and look, none of us have seen the language of said contracts, so it's not like we can sit here and comment, very knowledgeably on it. But this is just fucking backdooring a university. So he went in and he's now looking for other teams, and he's a very good quarterback.
LSU is the presumptive favorite to land him, by the way.
See, of course,
Lane Kiffin making his way into this.
Does he have devil horns?
I don't know. You might start growing them.
I think most of the SEC in college football feels that way.
He's from the deep south.
So this is a first, signing a contract and days later going to the portal.
We just had a little Nicky reference.
Little Nicky.
Popeye's chicken is the shit.
Popeye's chicken is freaking awesome.
I need to go watch that movie. It's so good. I loved it.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's weird. Demond Williams Jr. is the young fella's name. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, I've been saying it all year. I just think if you sign an NIL deal with a school, I think you should just be stuck to that school. I think that's the only thing I can think of in my head. Extenuating circumstances, I guess that makes sense. But if you sign an NIL deal with a school, you can no longer transfer from that school. And if you do, then you can't accept an NIL deal from the next school you transfer to. that's the only thing in my head that makes sense, and that's how you maybe shrink these numbers of the transfer portal. But is that fair to the athletes? I don't know. But I don't know if anybody's come up with the right answer, and if they have, it's certainly not being implemented by the NCAA. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Let's move on to the next college football game, the one that's going to be going on tomorrow night. Well, actually, let's make our picks. Brian, you said you took Miami. Brooks, you said you took Miami. I'm going to take Ole Miss just to be different. But I think Miami, their defensive line could really just control this game. But I don't know. I trust Trinidad more than I trust Carson Beck. So that's why I'm going to do it. But
the other storyline in this whole thing is that all these coaches are Saban disciples.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where we're going to be for a while. Right.
Well, you say that, but then Saban's old university didn't hire a Saban disciple.
Well,
which is interesting.
Well, if Kirby Smart and Dabo Sweeney and some other guys weren't already employed elsewhere, they might have.
I don't know if anybody wants that. I mean, I don't know if anybody wants Dabo right now.
Yeah, can't spell Dad Bob without Dabo, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Still one of the best signs in college football of all time. Can't spell Dad Bob without Dabo.
See that could be a potential hire for the NFL because he hates the transfer portal, and then he can go to the NFL and not have to worry about it anymore.
See, I don't think his mentality, his personality, his demeanor does not really fit the professional level to me.
I don't disagree with you. Same with Signetti. I feel like Signetti's too much of a hard ass for.
He's a hard ass. He's going to punt.
Yeah.
These guys are going to be like, hey.
Yeah.
And Signetti's making more than all of his players. All right. So when Signetti goes to the NFL and Lamar, let's just say he goes to the Ravens. All right. Just making up something hypothetical.
Yeah.
And Lamar's like, oh, I'm making $56 million this year, dude. And he's like, well, go fucking run sprints. He's gonna be like, fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I think certain coaches and their message and that kind of thing, I think it works for a certain age demographic. And yeah, that makes sense. I think Signetti's coaching style would work in high school and college, but not necessarily in the NFL unless you had the real right group of people around him. But anyway, so we're gonna go Miami, Ole Miss on that, and then the next game is tomorrow, Oregon in Indiana, and this line is Indiana -3.5. It was 4.5 earlier in the week. I guess some Oregon money's coming in. This game is being held at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. I think Indiana's going to roll, but I don't know. It's hard to beat the same team twice. The only team that Oregon lost to this year was Indiana. So I don't know. Mendoza, Dante Moore, potential first overall pick battle as well. What do we make of this game? My opinion is, before you guys try to sway me, is Indiana's going to roll. Do you have any information that might sway me? Do you want to go the other way?
I don't think they're gonna roll. I think it's gonna end up being a much closer game than the last game they played against Alabama. But I do think Indiana wins this game.
I'm going physicality again, just like I said about Miami. I am going with physicality of Indiana. I think their D line is studly as hell. They are going to dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's the reason I will take Indiana. And
I think Oregon matches up pretty well against them too. But yeah. I just think until proven otherwise, I'm going to ride Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this could be a not very close game. I don't know. Oregon kind of let Texas Tech hang around a little bit too long for me last week, and I don't think Texas Tech is very good. I know they had a good defense. I know the final score was 23-0, and it didn't look like. But if you watch that game, I mean, Texas Tech was in that game until like midway through the fourth quarter. They had a chance at least.
I think Moore is hurt too. I think Moore is hurt.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I haven't heard
that. He was limping. He was limping the second half of the game, or maybe the last quarter and a quarter and a third. He was limping around a little bit on one of his legs. So I think he's got a little maybe like a ankle sprain or something like that. I'm taking Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, the best argument that we really have is like they match up well, and it's hard to beat a team twice. That's really the only thing we got.
I'm taking the more physical team. I'm going to take the team that's going to punch you in the fucking face. Oregon's built on speed. Indiana's built on taking you in the fucking alley and hitting you over the head with a softball bat.
Yeah, my only thought process is like in terms of not a situation where Indiana doesn't win this game is if they just don't have a good day or somebody gets hurt. Um, that's the only thing I see happening, really. Because I mean, they're not a team full of 5 stars. They're
No.
not. I mean,
No, they're certainly not, and I think that's just even more of a testament to Signetti.
mhm.
And they
But yeah,
don't make mistakes. They are very methodical. They're a morphine drip. They know exactly what they're doing, how they're doing it, and they execute it properly.
Sounds like the
It's-
Ravens need to take some notes.
yeah. All right. Let's move on to baseball quickly. Not a ton of stuff to talk about in baseball, but a couple of things for
A
sure.
few things.
Michael Lorenzen signed a 1-year, $8 million with the banished Rockies. I don't know why people continue to sign contracts with this team, especially pitchers.
I'm gonna go PF
Pitchers-
Chang. I'm gonna go PF Changing.
Okay. Do you have too many lettuce wraps?
If you don't know, Brian's suffering pretty badly from his PF Changs he's had.
He's having a little bit of a post PF Chang's incident right now.
Testing those pipes.
You know, it can happen. It can happen to anybody. So the Rockies signed Michael Lorenzen. This isn't a huge deal, but Michael Lorenzen's a pretty effective starter who can pitch out of the bullpen. Also played a little outfield at the beginning of his career, so I like that about him too. But yeah, he signs with the Rockies. I don't really understand it. I feel like the market should have been a little bit bigger for him, but who knows? He's not that big of a deal, so we're not going to spend a ton of time on him. What I do want to spend some time on is the Cubs trading for Edward Cabrera. They traded I think it was their number 2 prospect in their organization, a top 50 prospect, and then 2 other lower tier prospects to get Edward Cabrera, who's a more talent than results so far in his career, but still was pretty decent last year for the Marlins. Big, hard throwing righty, has pretty insane stuff. And this was one of the guys that was kind of linked to the Orioles. Him and Mackenzie Gore were probably the 2 top trade candidates,
And the Yankees.
and the Yankees as well. What do we make of this haul? So this for the Orioles would have looked something like Kobe Mayo and then 2 guys down the board.
I think it's probably. I mean, is Mayo still ranked ahead of Beavers at this point?
I think so. I don't know.
I'd have to pull up the recent list, but I mean, it would be
Mayo or Beavers and 2 lower name prospects.
It's basically
like the equivalent.
Basically, going to be whoever's after Basayo is who it's going to be.
Yeah. What do we think of this return for the Marlins? And do you agree with the Cubs going after another starting pitcher? I definitely agree with it, but I don't know. I still don't know how aggressive they're going to be past this.
Yeah, and what's his name? Steele doesn't come back for
until the end of the year. Best case
entire year, probably. Probably the end of the year. He should get back by the end of the year.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, this is somewhere where they were lacking. So, yeah, I mean, they're still going to have to potentially fill the Kyle Tucker role. So, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I don't think this is a bad trade for either side. I mean, Miami's not gonna be using him in a playoff push here anytime soon, but watch him make a playoff push this year. So, yeah, I mean, this wasn't number 1 on my, like, I would want Mackenzie Gore over this guy. That's just me personally, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched this guy throw a ton, so I don't really know.
I agree with that, but I would say this would probably be a cheaper price to pay than you're going to pay for Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore being left-handed, I think having at least 1 more year of control will also fetch a bigger package. I mean, just lefty pitchers in general, they just always, people always have a little twinkle in their eye when they see a lefty available, because it just doesn't happen very often. Effective starting lefty pitchers, there's just not many of them, and when they're good, they're fucking nasty and they're super effective. And they split up the rotation. How many rotations do you see like really good pitchers and it's just right-hander, 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 right-hander? It really does help the help the team in the long run. I don't know. We'll see. I think if the Orioles were in the market for Mackenzie Gore, we'd probably have to give up some sort of similar package, maybe be a little bit more than this, which, I think I would probably be okay with to get a starting pitcher. And we've seen these prospects not land. We've seen some land. Kyle Stowers is doing great things in Miami right now. But, is DL Hall? Are we missing DL Hall? Are we missing Joey Ortiz that much? No, not really.
Yeah. Are we? What is going? Speaking of Miami, is Sandy Alcantara? Is he just completely off the radar right now? Like, is nobody talking to him?
Heard nothing about him whatsoever.
Horrid last year. Horrid.
Well, I know he started horrid. His stuff is still there. Like and I remember watching him a couple times, like for a couple innings, and he's just, I mean, his command's just not back yet at all. But he's another guy that has he's got a couple years of control left. I know he's got less than Cabrera. That's why Cabrera was a little bit more.
He's signed. He has an extension. He signed a 5-year, $56 million deal through 26, and then there's a 27 team option. So he's on the last year of his deal. But it's not like a rookie contract. It's an actual deal. So
well, that's probably why. Well, people probably want to see how he does the first half of this year.
Yeah, I mean his situation is just so weird though. In 2021, he's like really, really good. 2022, he wins the Cy Young, one of the best pitchers. I mean, the best pitcher in the National League. 2023, he comes out, starts like kind of slow, and then he gets hurt. And then he misses all of 2024 with Tommy John, comes back, and he's just abysmal last year. So it's just people don't really know what they're going to get. His strikeout to walk percentage went plummeting. His whip went skyrocketing, which is stuff you don't like to see. But once again, he was fighting his way back off Tommy John. So I don't really know. He's an interesting guy. I think you would trade some prospects to get him, but probably not a top guy.
No, not for 1 year.
No, not for 1 year. Well, you had the team option for 27, so you get two.
I don't know if it's a team or player option.
All right.
Regardless, yeah, it's just something I was thinking of because of all the Cabrera talking. But again, going back to it, I think Gore is the kind of the prize to be traded for.
He's a prize possession, yeah.
And we still have Framber and Ranger still out there in free agency, and we still have the top 5 potential the guys who. ESPN reported we're going to be the top 5 paid free agents are all still available. Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger, Bo Bichette, a bunch of guys still available.
I read an article that said the Orioles are kind of interested in Ranger Suarez. Kind of interested. Okay. Let's get your journalism up to speed here.
Who wrote that?
I'm kind of interested in not pooping later today. Okay, so
I think you're in a bad situation where you are right now. I think it's not going to happen, bud.
You want to do a baseball draft?
Let's do it.
All right. Off the cuff. I've given no thought to this. I literally thought about it maybe 45 minutes ago. All right. Let's set the draft order first. So, Brooks, since you won the against spread, why don't you pick the draft order, sir?
Well, I will once you tell me what the draft is.
All right, fine. Your dream cleanup hitters. Your number 4 hitter. Dream cleanup hitters.
Cleanup hitters.
Your dream cleanup hitters.
All right.
Your number 4 batter. So your number 4 hitter. I obviously it's known as the cleanup hitter, but I want to make it very evident it's the number 4 hitter in your lineup.
I'll go 1.
All right.
What's stopping us from just picking the greatest hitters of all time?
That's what we're
going to do. And you can take steroids out of the equation. All right, just go ahead. Just fire away. All right. So who's going number 2?
Steroids to the equation? Can I give Babe Ruth steroids?
Good.
What
hold on.
Well, what did I won? What did he say was the second favorite? Pavel? No, well, Brian was last because Eisenberg. He was pissed about not pissed about it, but he was like, "You got me." He goes, "If you get Eisenberg, if you got
Eisenberg,
if you got me 5 years ago, he was like, Eiserman would have probably propelled him to number 1, but what's that?" So,
all right. So who's getting number 2? What's going on?
Well,
Oh.
whatever. You get the second pick of where you want to draft.
Okay, I'll take 3 because I like the
Okay.
wraparound.
I'll
Brian,
go
you
in
get
the
the
middle.
middle.
I'll go in the middle. All right. Fire away.
All right, Brooks, cleanup hitter, dream cleanup hitter. Who you got?
Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barry Bonds is probably a good answer there.
All right. Number 2, I'm going Ken Griffey Jr.
All right, Ken Griffey Jr. I put Keen Griffey Jr. On accident. Keen. I'll take McGuire and Sosa.
Oh, what's Sammy
Whammy!
Sousa? Sammy Sousa? What?
Give me Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire. You talking top cleanup hitters? I get both of them. Give me. I'll take
I can't believe
Big
Babe
long
Ruth.
ball.
Babe Ruth lasted to 5. I'm taking the Babe.
That's fine. That's fine. I got McGuire and Sosa. You're talking cleanup hitters.
Shit, guys.
The great Bambino.
No. The Sultan of SWAT.
The Sultan of SWAT.
I mean, you gotta go Hank Aaron, right?
Yeah, he's the guy I probably should have taken instead of Mark McGuire. Hammer and Hank. All right, Brooks, you get another one though.
If I'm gonna do another one, I don't want to go right down the home run list. Since he's been top of mind so much recently, especially with my grid stuff, give me Frank Thomas.
Oh, damn you! You took mine, man.
The Big Hearst. The Big Hearst. New
Did you call him the Big Hearst?
The Big Hearst.
The Big Hearst.
On accident. The Big Hearst truck.
And she'll like it too, right? Whatever that like eugenic shit
Eugenics,
is.
baby. Yeah. All right, Bri, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna go on the clutch side of things. I'm gonna go David Ortiz.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
I like answer. It. I like it.
All right, well, give me Willie Mays because nobody's said him yet. He's lasted far too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then give me Albert Pujols.
Ah, damn it!
You eliminate him, Albert.
All right, I'm gonna go another Red Sox here. I'm gonna go Manny Ramirez.
Oh man, he was like one of my favorite hitters to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Give me. Man, this is tough.
I'm reading Joe's stuff right now, Brooks. I'm seeing it come through. No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
It's sent to me and you. Maybe it's taking a little delay to get to you. My satellite's better over Maryland than it is Indianapolis.
Brian, who did you take after I took Pujols?
I took David Ortiz and I took Manny Ramirez.
Manny Ramirez. Okay, so Brooks gets 2 in a row here. Finish off.
I get 1, right?
No, you get 2.
You get 2.
Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Frank Thomas. You get 2.
All right. Well.
By the way, you got the top 2 home run hitters of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Give me A-Rod.
Yeah, I thought about him too. He's probably pretty good for this.
I honestly, you got one more, buddy.
Yeah. I know. I'm struggling here because I want to go off of like the top home run lists.
That's what I'm trying to do too. I'm trying to think like outside the box a little bit.
Mark Reynolds is available.
Oh man!
If you say Chris Davis, this podcast takes a 2-month sabbatical.
No, can't do that. Can't do that. Give me Eddie Murray. No, what? No, give me Frank. Give me Frank.
All right, that's better.
Frank Robertson,
that's a better pick.
Yeah,
better pick. All right, Brian.
All right, I'm gonna go off the cuff again, and I'm really trying to like do what Brooks is talking about here. Give me Juan Gonzalez.
I thought about him earlier.
Yeah. Juan Gonzalez. All right. Well, I've got 4 righties on my team, so I think I need some lefty pop. Give me Jim Thome. Jim Thome.
The Thomey. Yeah. I dig it.
If I think about a number 4 hitter, Jim Thome is one of the first guys that comes to mind.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. All right. Teams are Brooks, Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Frank Thomas, Alex Rodriguez, and Frank Robinson.
That is stellar. That is so
That is
good.
Brian, you have Ken Griffey Jr., Babe Ruth, David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Juan Gonzalez. I have McGuire, Sosa, Willie Mays, Albert Pujols, and Jim Tomei. Notable undrafteds. Who do we have? Go ahead.
Todd Helton,
Aaron Judge, Mike Trout are two.
Aaron Judge,
yeah.
Trouty.
I think Judge probably should have gone. I mean, that's
it's just too early. Like too early in his career, even though he's definitely. I mean, you want him there. You want him there.
Playoff clutch. Who's like the most Joe Carter?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got the winner with that one with Ortiz, but
yeah.
I thought about Johnny Bench. I was watching the 70 World Series randomly, and Johnny Bench had 45 home runs in 1970. Like, holy shit, hitting 45 home runs back then was a big deal,
especially as a catcher. That record held until Salvi broke it, and then Cal Raleigh took a dump on
Cal Raleigh, and then there's another one I thought about was Cal Raleigh, but once again, too young.
Yeah, you can't take him, I don't think. Albert Bell, move on. No.
Move on. Yes. That dude like he ate a fucking fender.
Andres Galarraga.
Who's a good like
Andres Galarraga.
Who's a bad like not a great player that you would think of when you think of cleanup hitters?
Carlos Delgado.
Oh, Carlos Delgado's a borderline Hall of Famer.
Oh, wow.
Like a stud. I was thinking like Travis Hafner range of players. Carlos Pena.
We go Mark Trumbo.
Yeah, Trumbo's a great one. Adam Dunn. Nobody loved the big donkey.
The big donkey. Richie Sexton. Dude would consistently hit 42 to 45 bombs. 40 to 45 bombs. I don't know what's at 42.
Luis Gonzalez.
Carlos Lee.
Ooh, El Caballo. Berkman.
Edmonds had a couple good years.
Yeah.
In terms
if
of
someone took Brady Anderson, I was going to lose my mind.
Yeah, you can't have just the one.
The 1 year.
I mean, to his credit, he did have a couple 20-something.
Would there be anybody that was so good with the stick that you would go non-power here? Like, would you ever consider taking Tony Gwynn in that draft?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because you're looking for a cleanup hitter. Tony Gwynn's definitely a number 2 hitter. I don't know where he actually batted in his lineup over the course of his
1
years.
through 3, I would imagine. Probably early he was hitting 1 because he was winning Gold Gloves and stealing bags.
And he was stealing bags. Yeah. I mean, you can go back to like the Kirk Gibson days. You could do Jose Canseco. Would have been a
Sheffield.
Oh, Chef is good.
Cliff Floyd.
Vladdy. Either one of them.
Vlad would have been great.
Garrett Anderson.
Tim Salmon. All right. Now we're just guys naming baseball.
Naming names.
That's what we do a lot. Yeah. All right. I like that draft. That was fun. We can do leadoff hitters too.
We can. That could be our next one. That can be next week.
Lefty specialists would be a good one.
This is great. And we're not taking Tim Mesa because we love the shit out of him. We don't want to.
All right.
I had MLB Network on the other day, and it just randomly started showing highlights of Jesse Orozco with the Mets. I was like, hell yeah! Speaking of lefty specialists,
Jesse Orozco. That's a name I don't think of a lot.
I think John Franco wore the same shirt under his jersey for like 20 years. That's a real stat.
If it works, don't mess it up.
Don't fuck it up, man. Rafael Palmeiro. We missed Rafael Palmeiro. That would have been a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go back to football. And let's pick the games this weekend. We have some playoff football this weekend. We got to pick
guys.
What?
That concludes. that concludes this week's draft.
How did we forget
How
it?
do we
Had to
always
get it in there
forget? It's the
somewhere.
best thing about our podcast, and we
It's
forget
without
it
a doubt.
constantly.
It's the best one.
It's the only good thing about the podcast, and we don't do it sometimes.
Thank you for remembering that, Brooksy. That was important. That was so important.
That was so
It was
important.
important. It was very important. We stink for not having remembered that. All right, let me get
Shout out to Pig and Rooster also.
Yeah, the hog and cock, man. The hog and cock. Thank you.
Oh, yes. We love you guys over at the Pig and Rooster. We love you, Delaware Dave.
Delaware Dave got his head run over by a truck the other day. He didn't get the license plate. AKA they threw their holiday party, and let's just say Deli had a moment yesterday where he didn't know if he was going to make it into work, and then all of a sudden the hood broke down in the kitchen, so he had to actually do real work, and he was hurting a little bit. And Dell's quote yesterday when he went to go pick up the motor, or at least order the motor from Granger, he goes, "Look, if I would have got pulled over, and this is at like noon yesterday, after the holiday party the night prior, he goes, I was getting locked up." He goes, "I was still drunk."
We've all been there.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I can imagine that man didn't get home to closer to 4 a.m.
All right. Let's get into Wild Card Weekend. The first game on Saturday. It's the game every year. Either the winner of the AFC South or the winner of the NFC South will host this game every single year, no matter what, in perpetuity.
In perpetuity.
The winner of the NFC South is 8-9. If there's an 8-9 team, the rule is they have to play the first game on Saturday, no matter what. It's not actually a rule, but it's happened every single time. So, the Rams are going across the country to play a team that they have already lost to in Carolina, and they are favored by 10.5 points. It's a lot of points. It's a jarring number. I don't know. Let's Brian, what do you think about this number? Do you think this is too high?
The number's too high for me, even though Devontae Adams is coming back. And it's in Carolina, so Carolina fans will actually post for this. So I'm going to take the Panthers on this one, not because I'm wearing the color of the Panthers right now, not because I live with a Panthers fan, but I'm going to take the Panthers because of the points. I think the Rams win by 7.
Wow. Okay. 3-0, by the way, in the last 3 meetings. Home teams in round 1 of the playoffs getting more than 10 points. They are 3-0 in their last 3 against the spread.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it's happened more than 3 times.
Well, good. None of those teams currently are playing tomorrow. So,
yeah, you're right.
Or whatever day it's playing.
True. That's true. Just giving you a little.
Hold on. What is the
They're playing on Saturday, but yeah.
What's the current standings? Like, do I need to be
how
close to Brian and I?
You're the last week killed Brian. Brian went 4-12 in week 18. I mean, he's 9 games below you. I guess he could reach you in the playoffs if there was a complete meltdown, or if we counted the playoff games for more. But I feel like we should do a separate competition for the playoffs.
That's fine.
Because I'm completely out of it no matter what otherwise. All right. So Brian says he is in on the Carolina Panthers to cover this number. Brooks, do you have the same sentiment? Give
me the Rams. We saw some blowouts last year in the first round, so I can see it happening. I don't love this pick, just obviously with the Rams coming all the way across the country, but I just don't see them ramping it up to another degree against the Panthers. So
yeah. All right, so we got one for each here. I think this number's too high, and I know Devontae Adams is playing in this game, and I know it's Matt Stafford versus Bryce Young in the playoffs, and it's possible I could eat my words. I'm not going to bet on this game, but I think Carolina's going to cover. I do not think they're going to win. And one of the rules I've always said is if you don't think they're going to win, don't bet them. So I'm not going to, but I'm going to take them here. So that's 2 for Carolina and 1 for the Rammies. Next game, Saturday night. Green Bay is
someone's going to let Laura pick. Someone's going to let Laura pick one of their games. I already have Joe's pick in.
Okay. Laura, you can pick San Francisco, Philly from me. San Francisco, Philly, the line is 5.5 in favor of Philly. Next game is Saturday. Green Bay at the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field. And surprisingly, despite the records and despite the home field advantage, Green Bay is favored in this game somehow, some way. Green Bay is -1.5. I do not get it at all. I'll go first here. Give me Chicago. I think they're going to destroy them.
Okay. Brooksy?
Yeah, give me Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going to ride the Green Bay train on this one.
Wow, that's a team. That's not a team ride.
Not a team ride. No.
A team split up. To Green Bay. All right. So explain yourselves a little bit. You guys didn't give any analysis. Why do you like Green Bay?
Go ahead.
Don't trust Chicago, or you like Green Bay that much?
Don't trust Chicago.
Don't trust Caleb Williams. Trust Jordan Love, and I trust Matt LaFleur.
But I'll tell you this. I mean, Caleb Williams over the past 6 weeks or so, probably since the Ravens played him, has looked phenomenal.
The only person I trust on Chicago is Joe Thuney, and unfortunately, he plays guard. He does not throw the football.
Yeah, and then, I mean, there's also just a lack of playoff experience, and I think that weighs that has to have some weight in this as well. So, yeah, at some point, I just feel like this, and we've said it all year, and it hasn't really happened. It's happened a little bit. Christ, I mean, the Ravens beat them with Tyler Huntley. So I'm just waiting on them to stumble again. It's going to happen. I really do believe that, and I see a division rival who plays them twice a year doing that. So
for me, I see a super injured team with a quarterback I don't necessarily believe in going to a team that's been really good for the last month and a half. So that's my opinion on it. I mean, both teams are equipped to play in the cold. They're division rivals, so it's going to be a tough game regardless. But you're going to give me a home dog against a team that's pretty injured. I'm going to take them. So give me Chicago.
You would think Chicago fans are going to be amped up for this one too.
Yeah.
So
this
I hope so.
Start of a new era of Chicago football. They're hoping.
Now I will say this: the wind will play a factor in this game. They're saying like 20-mile-an-hour gusts, so the running game is going to be a big factor. That's why you take the air out of the football. That might lean toward the Chicago side of things.
Packers should start Malik Willis. I might be on the other side otherwise. All right. Buffalo is going to Jacksonville, Brooks's favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have been up there with the best team in football for the last couple months. Pretty much got to say that. They've been playing excellent football. But another one here, Buffalo is favored by 1.5 going to Jacksonville. And I think the right bet is Jacksonville, but I'm taking Buffalo because I just can't take Trevor Lawrence against Josh Allen. I just can't do it.
Jacksonville's look like a more physical team. I'm kind of going to use Dusty's methodology here with him taking the Bears in the previous game here. They look like the better team. And because Trevor Lawrence is playing so well at quarterback right now, I will take the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I mean, at this point, I got to keep riding them, right? Even if I don't believe it, I got to keep riding.
I mean, I have this in my hand because of the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars.
Did you drink the other one yet?
No, it's still in the fridge.
Nice. That's for next podcast. He's a 40 man now.
40s for life.
You should drink a 40 and then run a 40 and see what you do.
No. Tear hamstrings. What I'll do.
Yeah. All right. San Francisco at Philly is the second game on Sunday. That last game was the first game on Sunday. 4:30 Eastern on Sunday is San Francisco going across the country to face this Eagles team who struggles to put together offense for like 2 hours randomly sometimes.
2 hours.
It happens a lot. But also the San Francisco team got completely smothered by Seattle the other night in a game that they could have won, taken over the 1 seed in the NFC. Let's go to you guys first. I picked the last couple games first. Brooks, let's go to you first.
It's got to be Philly. There's too much stuff going their way in terms of like San Francisco's coming over this way. They're also their best defensive players are injured. Are they saying Fred Warner might be back for this game or the next?
Yeah, the NFC Championship they said is the earliest he can come back. Yeah.
Okay. So they're not going to have him, obviously, even if he was able to. So, yeah, I mean, I just think there's too much going in Philly's favor right now. Plus, defense is always going to play. Give me Philly, and I don't even know if they cover because it's 3.5, right?
5.5.
Oh, it's
5.5.
5. It opened at 3.5, right?
Yeah, it opened smaller and it's up to 5.5 in terms.
That's a
of
big number. That's a big jump.
Damn.
I agree. I think it was 3.5 to open. That's a pretty good call.
I'm gonna stick with Philly, but I don't love this bet.
That jump scares the shit out of me. I'm taking the Niners, and that's really that's the only thing I have going for me with my pick.
My pick is also going to be the Niners, but a couple of years ago when the Eagles were like 10-1 and their fans still didn't love the team, and then they kind of fell off a cliff and collapsed and ended up losing to the Bucks in round one.
They lost 6 in a row, right?
I'm getting a lot. I know they haven't lost the 6 in a row, but I'm getting a lot of those vibes with the Philly fans this year. They don't believe in the team. I think the San Francisco team can put up points, and if they get into a score fest with San Francisco, I do not think they can keep up. Give me San Francisco. If it's a high-scoring game, if it's a low-scoring game, Philly's going to dominate. But I'm going to bet on the high-scoring game. Give me San Fran in the over.
And the over. Ooh, wow. Okay.
I think if San Fran wins, I think it has to be over. I think that's the criteria. I think if Philly wins, it's got to be under.
Good, the under. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them together.
I like that.
You want to bet,
I like that.
All right. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. My dad's Los Angeles Chargers are going to New England.
Wait, were you supposed to let Laura pick?
Oh, shit. You're right. I was.
Yeah. So did she?
She picked Philly. Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with Philly.
Yeah. You got to let Laura pick. Yeah.
You're
Come
right.
on, man.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Laura, I got your back, dude. All right, come on. Got your back, girl.
I just completely.
Laura probably just saved your ass.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Laura's probably sitting there like this fucking asshole over here.
All right, my dad's favorite team, our dad's favorite team, the Chargers are going to New England to face Drake May and the Patriots. New England is -3.5, which I think is probably the perfect line for this game. And I just wish the Chargers had their freaking offensive lineman, because I really think they could go into New England and pull off an upset. But I don't know. I'm taking New England. They've been too good this year. I trust Drake May.
What's the weather? Can we look up the weather, please?
Yes, I will look up the weather now.
The weather.
Weather.
I don't care what the weather is. I am taking the Chargers.
Ooh.
I think Harbaugh could potentially get his. Is it this?
Oh.
This will be his first playoff win, right?
Yes,
Second.
because they
second.
I think we
blew the game.
One.
Yeah, they were winning 28 points against the Jags and lost.
Oh yeah,
I think that was the only game. I think that's the only. I think that's the only playoff game he's ever played in.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
Did they play in the playoffs last year? I don't think so.
No.
I think that's it. The weather on Sunday is supposed to be. This is Sunday night. It's supposed to be 26 and not too bad windy wise. It's supposed to rain during the day, and then it's just going to be cold. 26 degrees, no wind.
8 o'clock. Yeah.
That's what it says.
What's the line?
3.5 in favor of New England.
Give me New England. I'll take New England on something.
All right, New England.
West Coast going east. Cold weather from a warm, a domed team. But it's open air, whatever the hell that.
So. That's 2 for New England and 1 for LA. And then the last game of the weekend is not on the weekend. It's on Monday night. They've been doing this the last few years, and I still think it's pretty stupid and gives the teams playing on it a significant disadvantage moving forward. But who cares? It says the NFL.
Who cares?
The Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are -3 in the big ketchup bottle in Pittsburgh.
No.
The over-under in this game is 38.5. They're expecting a lot of defense in this game. Not a lot of Aaron Rodgers, not a lot of C.J. Stroud. Brian, Brooks, Dusty, in that order.
This is Joe Rackey's pick. He is taking the Houston Texans.
All right. The Tejans.
Yeah. Texans got some defensive guys hurt, don't they?
I don't know.
Didn't they have a couple guys get hurt that last game or 2 games ago? Stingley?
Stingley be huge.
If they
I
lost
would
Stingley,
go
that would
Stingley.
be bad news.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would remember Stingley. I didn't hear any of that, but maybe I'm completely off topic or off base.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm taking Houston too. I mean, I think a good defense is going to be Pittsburgh.
Stingley's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
You said you're what?
I'm taking Houston. I think any good defense is going to beat Pittsburgh.
This is a team ride. I think they're going to kill them. Don't think they belong in the playoffs. I really
Quick
don't.
answer,
I don't
no
think
talent.
Don't think they belong in the playoffs. They won 10 games with a plus 10 point differential. They are the fucking Michael Myers. You can't kill this team. I just don't like them. I don't get it.
You're on fire. You're on fire right now.
Give me the Texans by a fucking million.
What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this team, coach? Quick answer, no talent.
All right, that is a team ride, and that's our only team ride of the playoffs. We're going with against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who'd have thought? So yeah, we've got some football to watch. The next 5 days in a row, we've got playoff football, college and NFL, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And hopefully, over the next 5 days, the Orioles signed both of the top left-handed free agent starting pitchers, and that would just make this just the best week ever. Yeah.
Hey, did we pick the other college football game, or have I forgotten that?
Indiana, Oregon. I said Indiana. You said
Yeah.
Indiana. I think we team wrote Indiana.
Team wrote Indiana.
Maryland lost to Indiana in basketball last night. A lot of Buzz Williams is the worst coach ever stuff. Give him a year, I guess. But,
give him a year.
I don't
give him a year.
Did we expect anything different this year?
No.
Yeah, we have 13 transfers. Like it's going to be
the best player from the transfer class is hurt.
Yeah. Also, Trae Young traded to the Washington Wizards for a bag of Cracker Jacks. It's awesome.
I thought I had a stroke when I saw the ticker on ESPN. It goes, Trae Young prefers to go to the Wizards. So I'm like, okay, this guy's got to be from the DMV, right? He's had to grow up here. Fucker's from Lubbock, Texas.
I thought he was from Texas.
He went to Oklahoma. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy got? He must have some biddy here that he wants to hang out with a lot more or something. I have no idea what's happening.
Some biddy?
Yeah.
You know what he wants to do? He wants to shoot.
I'm drinking a 40, dude. All right.
He's got $1 million over the next 2 years, and he wants to shoot unlimited basketballs for the next 2 years, so he can get another $50 million a year contract. Because he's not actually good at basketball; he's just a volume shooter. He can't play defense at all. All right, that's my thought. Sorry, and that's why he got traded for absolutely fucking nothing. And the Atlanta Hawks, even though they got nothing back, are still going to be better because now they have $50 million off of their books. So they have a chance to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo, maybe. We'll see.
Did you guys see all the Villanova Kevin Willard stuff happening with Gapari?
No, I don't know what any of that means.
You just talked in cursive. I have no idea what just occurred.
I haven't even had anything to drink either. You guys remember Gapari last year, who got hurt a little bit and super athletic and talented, but six man kind of guy. He followed Willard up there and came out like, I guess Willard bashed him in the media, like insinuating that he thinks that he possibly is faking a foot or an ankle injury, and then also. Gapari came out on social media yesterday and was like, I'm super disappointed that, first of all, coach would say something like that basically to the media. And I also came to him and asked him if I could step away for a short time for mental health stuff to get because he wasn't doing well with his mental health, and told him that in confidence. And I guess that's come out as well too. And he had brought that up in the media as well. He basically threw his guy under the bus in the media, and Gapari was like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Let me see if I can find the tweet. I had it up earlier.
Is Willard just a douche?
I got it here. I never mentioned that this is Gapari's tweet. I never imagined that being honest about an injury and my mental health and speaking with people I trusted would lead to a narrative that I quit or left the team. That is not true. I communicated openly with medical professionals, staff, and coaches. I was told it was okay to take a short period to focus on my mental well-being. During that time, I remained in near constant communication with the coaching staff who knew I remained committed to the program. At no point did I claim that I was leaving or walking away. Asking for help should never be mistaken for quitting. Hashtag mental health, hashtag health over everything, mental health in sports, etc.
So,
Well,
and then Willard came out in the media and basically said that he thought he was faking his injury and had left the team and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's a douche.
That's a shame. I know hot takes and bashing people are cool now. Not to us. I hope, and we're all so close with friends. That's a shame. That is, and I'm not trying to do it. That's a shame segment here, but that's a shame. I mean, if that's the case and this is all true, it sounds like the young man handled it very well, and the adult in the room did not handle it well, and that's very, very unfortunate.
Some other news, NFL stuff, Ravens stuff. The Ravens have announced that Steve Bisciotti and Eric DaCosta will speak to reporters next Tuesday at 2 p.m. This will be Steve Bisciotti's first formal press conference since 2017.
It's the normal state of the Ravens thing, right? But normally, Steve, there'd be Harbaugh there, so I guess Bisciotti sitting in for him.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, they're going to have to take questions from reporters, and I'm sure they're going to give more answers and stuff like that on the Harbaugh situation. But it's interesting for sure that he hasn't. I'm more interested that he hasn't talked to the media in that long, like for a formal press conference.
Hey, you know what? This is going to sound like I'm making fun, and I'm honestly not. I'm glad that he doesn't take questions. You want the guy in the background and let the guys you hire do their jobs. And that's what he's always done. It seems like he's always done. And we go back to that story that Dell and I love when he was like, "We want to draft that guy," and Ozzie Newsome goes, "No, we're going to take this safety out of Miami." And he's going to do really well for us. And that's when Steve Bisciotti goes, "That's when I never would question Ozzie Newsome ever again in the draft."
Well, and I mean, Bisciotti literally owns a staffing company, like one of the, if not the biggest staffing company in the world. So the guy has based his entire life and career on hiring people. So he's letting the guys that he hired, and he trusts run the team and trusting his own judgment for hiring them. So,
and this once again, Dusty, this doesn't surprise me because Harbaugh's not there. You just can't have DaCosta go up there by himself.
And I think he said before that he's like, I'm not a football guy. Like I didn't grow up like coaching and stuff like that. So.
And he's one of the coolest sons of bitches I've ever met in person. Dude walked in like Jimmy Buffett, fake tan, shirt tucked in, long sleeve shirt tucked into his jeans, no belt, at a Maryland basketball game. Sat courtside, came over, shook our hands. Dude is awesome. He's just chill as hell.
Yeah. Whoever end up getting hired for that Ravens coaching job will be the fourth coach in history behind John Harbaugh, Brian Billick, and a guy whose last name I cannot pronounce.
Ed
Marchibroda. I was 2 when he took the job, and I was 4 when he left.
Hell of a stint.
Yeah, don't remember that guy.
It was my first football game I ever went to. It's a fun story. It's very short. First football game I ever went to. It's still when it was called PSI Net. It was Barry Sanders' last game. Barry Sanders rushed for the goal line, got stopped on the 1 yard line. The Ravens won, and pink slips fell out of the rafters. My dad and I were sitting in the lower level. Pink slips fell for Marchibroda to get fired. That's when Billick got hired. Wow. The next season.
That's pretty rough.
That's pretty awesome.
That's some Philly stuff.
Someone just dropped a box of pink slips and it just fell down.
All right. Yeah, I don't have anything else for the pod unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we go off here. I think that's pretty much wraps up this week in sports. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about next pod on Tuesday. We're going to have a ton of football to react to, college and NFL. Hopefully we'll have some MLB stuff going on. Any other crazy shit that happens in between now and then.
I got two quick things, then I'm gonna jettison. One, Joe Racky feel better. He said he's going to the doctor today to take care of something. So Joe, feel better. And also to a club member of ours, you guys might not know him that well. A gentleman named Chris Danilowski, former police officer, former and now a current teacher. His father Bernie, also a club member at St. Gerard's, passed away 2 days ago, or maybe even yesterday morning. So to the Danilowski family, you guys are fucking awesome. You are good people with a great family and support system around you. So you guys take care of yourselves, please.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we love you guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you all next week unless something absolutely bananas happens.
And Brooksy, put some pants on, man. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Should I put underwear on first?
Nah, just go, man.
He's Winnie the Pooh in it with a suit on. All right, we're out of here. See
Love you guys.
Thank you so
Love
much.
you guys. See you, boys.